So my name's Shaja and I'm 17 years old. I've had 9 fights and I've...
So my name is Paddy Benson and I'm the Chief Exec here at the Benson Boxing Academy. So yeah, my granddad restarted the Small Heath Boxing Club back in the 60s. You know, he moved over here as an Irish immigrant and trying to find his way in life, and boxing was a massive passion for him. He first joined the Ladywood Club with Frank O'Sullivan, and then, as I said, he went off to restart the Small Heath Boxing Club and take his coaching career from there. I boxed as a young man myself. I had about 40 amateur fights, boxed for England when I was 16. And when I went to university, I studied business. I found a great passion for research in business, and I always wanted to run one, really, run my own organisation. And I had the chance to combine the two, really, my own passion for running the business and my passion for boxing. And so far I've been able to do that. Well, we're in Birmingham city centre, and as I said, my granddad was an Irish immigrant himself, and great thing about boxing is that it doesn't differentiate between people. It's used as a cement that bonds people from different backgrounds, different races and religions together, and I think it's one of the only sports and one of the only powerful tools in life that can do that. It doesn't discriminate between people. It binds people together. All the differences that people experience in life and all the hardships that people experience in life, they are left at the door, and you'll often find a common ground and a common positive tool through boxing, whereby again you can leave all your negative issues at the door and you can find a really strong mutual respect between people from different backgrounds, different colours and creeds, basically through the power of boxing and the power of sport. Well, when I first started running this place about 6-7 years ago, we were kind of looking for a vision, looking for a purpose. We were questioning ourselves as to what we want to do here in this boxing club. Not only how we were going to make it financially sustainable, but how we're going to put together a proper program to help people and to grow this organisation. And I talked to one of our service users who was a friend of mine, and he used to just come up here in the daytime and essentially used to just potter about, do some skipping, do some bag work. We just left him alone. He used to crack on, and one day he opened up to us quite emotionally, actually, and he can really reveal the power of the club and what power the club almost held over him to keep him on the straight and narrow. He had a family and he came from a drug and alcohol addiction background. He was on the straight and narrow, but he says a very fine line between going home at night to his family, going to work in the morning, or relapsing back into drug and alcohol use. And when we found this out, this was so powerful that we thought we need to do a little bit more work here. We need to design a program that could actually present a proper structured project together for people with mental health issues. We knew that mental health in adults, particularly men, young men, is a very serious issue. Thankfully now there's a lot of reporting being done about it. There's a lot of scope to improve the programs, but back then it was a little bit more hidden. And thankfully now we've really focused on a powerful project that can identify men and women, but predominantly men, I think, that can come through our program and get some help. And essentially we're using the power of sport, the very powerful sport of boxing, to help alleviate mental health issues and well-being issues in young people. So we don't try and dress the program up to something it's not. We come up with its own name, MineFit. It's our own brand, our own project that we've designed and put a lot of hard work into. And essentially we keep it very simple. We use the power of sport and the power of boxing to help young people and adults who are suffering mental well-being issues. And what we try and do is get them in, get them boxing, get them moving, get them to feel better about themselves, and get them to socialise with each other. There's a major issue at the moment with social isolation in society. People can be lonely, they have no purpose, they have no routine and discipline in their life, and MineFit can provide that to a very basic level. It allows them to structure their day, get here at a certain time, interact with people, talk to people, maybe get some things off their chest. We're very lucky here, so we've got really good staff. We've got staff who have been in, worked in social services, worked in mental health provisions before. I'm very lucky that I've got the staff here that can bring that experience to MineFit and to my organisation. So far it's very successful. We're looking to build and improve the programme in the future. Well, we're very fortunate that we've, again, got great staff here who can design and fund or be able to write bids to fund our programmes, and we're very fortunate to receive significant funding off the National Lottery Community Fund and off Sport England as well. And what that does, it allows us to input resources into the programme, particularly human resources and really good staff, and allows us to employ the right experienced staff to be able to manage the programme, to be able to input their experience and their expertise, and to be able to improve the project from there. And we've also had funding from Comet Relief in the past as well. And again, these are professional organisations that can work closely with us, not just to provide us with funding, but to provide us with advice and guidance and mentoring on how to grow the programme and grow the organisation as well.
My name is Bradley Savage. I have now developed into the role of head of coaching down at the Benson Boxing Academy. I first started off on the apprenticeship scheme at the age of 18. Lucky enough, Paddy offered me the role down here. Just started off assisting coach, so taking classes with level 2 coaches, with schools, our MineFit programs, all different various programs. Developed my coaching ability, and then from there I basically took over the role where every internal and external class I basically took over and was running by myself, which is now ultimately my role now.
So my name's Louis and I'm a frontline coach. So I'm just delivering sessions in all programs, including the MineFit alternative provision, which involves children all different ages, and I take evening sessions as well, trying to turn boxers take them to where they want to be, whether that's professional or entering championships.
My name is Keenan Folan, and at the moment at the gym I'm working on finance projects and project management.
What I like best about my position down at the gym is that I get to meet various different people all the time, get to work with different people from the community, and obviously my role as head of coaching now, I've got coaches that work with me alongside me as well, so I get to help them go into different classes and help with their coaching ability to bring them on.
So I started I've been boxing here for about 10 years, since at the age of 9. I've been here literally since this gym opened on Adderley Street. And then I kind of lost my love for the sport for a few years. Then I come back, started boxing again, was interested in boxing. And I was helping out, started doing a bit of volunteering here and there for Patrick. And then he offered me a job, seeing I was doing well. So he offered me the job and just said, do you want a full-time job? So I said, yeah, took it, and just went from there really.
So I started at the boxing for the gym when I was around 12, and then when I got to around year 11 age, about 16, 17, I started working on site, but it was kind of affecting my boxing training. I wanted to be more serious with my boxing training. So Paddy offered me a job down here at the gym to kind of enhance my training, being able to train in the day, do a bit of coaching and just kind of be full-time in the gym on the apprentice programme. So that started with a bit of coaching, a bit of admin duty, and then that's evolved into finance duties and more responsibility regarding projects and funding projects. At first I was buzzing because it gave me a chance to really work at my boxing training, really have a go at my boxing career. But then things happened, so I got more into my career and it opened up a lot more doors for me, and it opened my eyes into the industry, into the sports industry.
I feel great because I'm helping people like how I used to be. I'm trying to get them interested in the sport and it's giving them something to do, keeping them busy. So I feel great really. I feel good about myself, helping people, and I'm making other people feel good about themselves, and just keeping them busy really, just making them love the sport.
So the best thing about the role down here at the gym is the variety of the job. I mean, in the hours of the day you're doing so many different things, meeting new people, going to new places. It really grows your confidence, meeting new people every day.
What I like best about my position is that it's just helping people really, just getting people to where they want to be, helping people reach their goal, whether that's weight loss, or actually entering a ring for a competition or a bout. I just find that it's a great feeling when someone gets to where they want to be and how grateful they are. It does make me feel good about myself. That's what I enjoy the most.
I believe it's improved my lifestyle greatly due to the fact that when my boxing career, so to speak, was going downhill due to my injuries, I kind of lost my head a bit, didn't have a bit of direction, didn't know what I was doing in life. To me, it easily could have gone down the wrong path. So getting that offered, the apprenticeship down here and the role to work down here was a blessing in disguise, and you know, it's developed into a career.
So the way that the job itself has improved my life is by giving me more confidence. Being able to stand up in front of a group of people and lead a boxing session at the start does take a lot of confidence. You have to kind of adapt to different situations. So it kind of builds you for the working world. Also, obviously, I'm earning money as well, so it opens a lot more doors for me and gives me a sort of income.
My name's Darren Sweeney. I'm a wellbeing coordinator for the MineFit project at Benson Boxing Academy. We have a kind of referral panel of lots of local organisations and charities that make referrals to us. As well as that, we kind of go out to different organisations, health centres, GP surgeries, NHS. We've got connections with Mental Health Trust, Foundation Trust, and we get referrals from all of those places. And we also get referrals from people who've just heard about the MineFit project, word of mouth from friends that have come here or have just seen the advertised online, social media. When people first come to the gym, they usually haven't had any boxing experience, so I give them some basic boxing skills, show them some basic techniques, footwork, defence, jabs and straight punches, just to give them a little bit of confidence so that when they're joining the group, they have a good idea of what they're doing. When with the people that come here, we coach them as if they're going to box, so they build on their skills and feel more confident as they're going along, and improve all the time as well. It gets them thinking rather than just punching a bag for the sake of it, thinking about what they've got to do, the footwork, moving around. So we aim to kind of help them improve so they feel better about themselves and feel like they're making progress. We've had lots of kind of successes with MineFit members. Sometimes they come for a long time and they're here for a few. We've had some people that volunteer and are still with us now that have been from the start. We've had others that have come and gone. They've come to the gym for like 2 or 3 months and then they've moved on. They've either moved into accommodation from shared accommodation. Or got a job, or just moved on and it's less, it's not convenient for them to come anymore. Yeah. We've had a person who came from Changes, an organisation that works with people in recovery from addiction. He really got into the training and the boxing thing and is a regular. He's then started an access course to do a degree. He completed that and then got accepted for a place doing a psychology degree, specialising in addiction counselling, because he said he wanted to, help people that, do the same thing as people that had helped him in his journey. We've also another older MineFit member who was homeless at the time. He was referred by Crisis. He's come down. He's been a long time volunteer at the gym.
I'm Marcus McIntosh. I'm the volunteer coordinator at Benson Boxing Academy. So they come through on a Monday and a Thursday through MineFit. I recruit my volunteers. Most of them have either had some issues with mental health or addiction, and through the club I obviously work with them on their CVs, and I also work with them on training programs and workshops. Through the workshops we help them develop their skills, so the ultimate aim is to get them back into work, but the path, or the slow path towards that, is them volunteering within the academy itself. And that's done, as I said earlier, through workshops, we get them involved in IT, media campaigns. Whenever we're running any events, they generally help out, like the big events within the club, that is. So if we have boxing shows, they come down and they help us out with the shows as well. Over the last 2 years since I've worked here, we've got them involved in the University Box Cup, which is like obviously an international event which we hold within the Birmingham University, and we get the university boxers from all over the country. They come here to our club, and that's where the volunteers help out with the events. It's a community. You just have to walk into the place and it's just absolutely amazing. Literally after your first session, many of the boxers who come down have said, like, literally it's a sense of belonging. Everybody gets on with everybody. There's no like prima donna behaviour going on. Everybody just likes to get involved within the boxing club. So I think that we're like a massive part of the community, and as you said, everybody feels like supported and they engage really well in the sessions that we put on. And the added bonus is obviously they get the opportunity to volunteer within the club as well. Like the first initial project, what we're doing now is obviously the volunteer project. That's funded through Sport England, and they have funded like this it's a 3-year contract, and at the end of it we're hoping it's going to be lead to like a social enterprise where the boxers and the volunteers, they can start off their own social enterprise. Or a few really good ideas have already come through the door surrounding like t-shirts and like medals and that kind of stuff as well. So they've already thought of a few good ideas.
Hi, hello, my name's Anna Freestone and I attend the boxing club to get fit and improve my confidence.
My name's Jamie Wall. I've been coming here now for 18 months.
I feel the boxing has helped improve my confidence levels for sure, interacting, and I feel that in my everyday life I just feel fitter within myself. I feel motivated to get up and do things, and it's inspired me to encourage others to participate as well.
Well, it's had made a real difference to me. One has been, connection that I get from when I'm down here, but also as well been improving my fitness and learning boxing as well. It's an interesting hobby of mine now, which I've just developed and been eager to learn more of. Also as well, I'm interested in sort of fitness in general really, so I'm able to learn a lot from here, and obviously you've got the gym facilities as well, but it's a really nice friendly place to come, so it's really helped massively. Yeah, whilst being down here, which as I say has been over the 18 months, having such a keen interest, Pat Benson have actually asked me if I'd like to do some volunteering for them. It actually came off the back end of me helping one of the other people that we have training down here, one of the lads, just giving him a little hand afterwards, just being in the ring with him, just doing a little bit of training, and they saw me. And I was looking at doing my boxing course, level 1, sorry, with the England boxing. And so they've offered to pay for that for me. And from that, I'm now doing volunteering as well. So there's other development as well in that area, such as courses, and for me to develop myself personally with all the fitness classes that they do. As I say, I'm volunteering at the moment, and I'm learning more from them, and they're developing me through courses.
When I do boxing at this gym, it fills me with the utmost confidence. Since I've been training here, my fitness levels have rocketed. I participate in other outdoor activities that I would never have done previously, and that's again community engagement, running alongside with other people who want to get fit. And here, it's the atmosphere here, I can honestly say, it's one of relaxed, and you're made to feel so comfortable. I've been to several gyms before and I've left them because I didn't feel comfortable, whereas here, you're just made to feel comfortable. No one's judging you, you're all here to do the same thing, learn to box, and that's what we all do, and it's a great atmosphere to be in.
One of our best, achievements or stories working down here is obviously running the MineFit program. And with working with the MineFit program, I've got to work with a few Syrian refugees as well. So people come to Birmingham, can't speak a word of English, isolated, no integration. So come down to the gym was their kind of saviour as well. And it was good then to, one case study working with Mahmood, who's a regular MineFit member now. And it was good to not only teach him a bit of boxing, but to help with his English as well. I actually learned him how to count to 10 over a period of time. So that was a really good achievement that I'm kind of proud of.
It's very rewarding working here because a lot of the people that attend, the MineFit members, they've all been in a pretty bad place at one time or another, and they're all here to try and improve themselves and make their lives better. So they really enjoy the sessions and they kind of appreciate it, and they tell you how much they appreciate it. So it's quite rewarding when people are almost high-fiving you on the way out of every session. I'm really happy about the person that I mentioned earlier because he's still, progressing and developing, doing sessions with younger kids here, teaching them basic boxing skills, and this is just the start for him. So it's really positive seeing him make so much progress.
Just their personal development. You can literally see the type of person that they are before, where they can be quite shy when they're coming in the club, whereas now we just have, they're really open to their conversations. They come and ask us if they've got any personal problems with themselves. They come and speak to the members of staff and they engage really, really well. So much so that now if they feel quite guilty when they don't turn up for sessions, and they will actually give us a call. So it's a sense of belonging, I think, for a lot of the participants that come to the club. And most of all, I think they just feel that they're actually part of our Pat Benson Boxing family, and they're very, very comfortable within that environment and within the community as well. We've got a really good reputation. So I think all in all, I think we are a community boxing club.
I think the issue that's hit home most for me is being able to see how our programs and how the funding bodies and how our service users and staff have allowed us to grow this organisation, coming from nothing really 8 years ago into a small business now that can employ people, that can write a project and write a program and design a program around some of society's most vulnerable people. And when you've got young people and adults who come to you and say that this program and this gym has changed their life completely, I think that's a really, really powerful message. Some of them have come from substance misuse, and they've used Pat Benson Boxing Academy and told us that it's a really, really important part of their life, and they've turned their life around completely with it. And to come from heroin addiction and alcohol addiction, and to go from that to being clean for a couple of years, and to be part of our program for a couple of years, and then go on to find employment and go to university or go to college, I think it's very much a real life example of how the power of sport and the power of this club and our staff can change people's lives forever.